Hello, hello. I am Coach Corey Sartori. I help high achieving female entrepreneurs grow their business, achieve big goals, and build their confidence so they can create more joy and abundance in their life and make more money. So today I want to talk about fear and worry. Fear and worry is something that holds so many women back, not just in their business, but also in their life. Fear and worry can hold them back from moving forward in a relationship. Fear and worry can hold you back from going after your goals. Fear and worry can hold you back from doing sales calls, marketing yourself, showing up online. Fear and worry stop so many women from living a life they love, and I don't want that for you. And so today I want to support you in actions, ideas, ways to overcome your fear and worry. Because so many of the women I've worked with throughout my coaching career have said that fear and worry is what's holding them back. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of what other people think. It stops them from creating success in their personal life and also in their professional life. And back in 2020, when we were all feeling things, it was overwhelming. I did a training. I did a 6-week workshop with some women around fear and worry and encouraged them to let it go. And the feedback I got from this workshop, I don't know what you would call it. We spent like 6 weeks together, but it helped them to realize that a lot of their fears and worries weren't real, right? A lot of what it is we're creating stories. We're telling ourselves stories, and that causes us to feel stress. It causes us to feel anxiety. It doesn't serve us. It doesn't add value to our life. And so fear and worry are killers. They will stop you from growing in your life. They will stop you from getting uncomfortable. They will keep you stuck, and it doesn't create a joyful life, a life filled with abundance. And there are so many different things that you can worry about, and there's so many fears that you can create in your mind, and they will not serve you. And so I want to offer you a few actions that you can start taking, a few ways to start letting go of the fear and the worry that have been stopping you so you can start moving forward. And so let's just dive into those. The first thing that I want to share with you in overcoming fear and worry is you have to identify the source of your fear and worry. So why are you having fear come up? Why are you worrying about this? Like, I had a gal, when she was doing the course with me back in 2020, she worried a lot about her kids. She has 2 little boys, and it was constant worry, worry, worry. And she realized the reason that she worries so much when she started to identify it is because that's how her mom was. Her mom always was worrying about her and her siblings. And so she had taken that on and was projecting that onto her own children. And once she built that awareness around what she was worrying about and why, she was able to start letting it go. Instead of, every 5 minutes having to check on the kids, she was able to live with peace, to be more present in the moment. And I think that's something that's really important to mention too when we talk about fear and worry, is when you are living in fear and worry, you are either living in the past or you're living in the future, but you're not living in the present moment. And fear and worry take you out of the present moment. And so if you can choose to build awareness around those fears and those worries that are stopping you from maybe moving forward in a relationship, maybe you're worrying about your kids, maybe you're worrying about your parents, maybe you're worrying about your business. But if you can build awareness around those fears and worries, you can stop them and see, why are they coming up for you? Why are they happening for you? Because they don't add value, right? That trigger of fear and worry, if you don't build awareness around it, it will constantly come up and it will stop you from moving forward. A lot of women that, say they have had a relationship, it didn't work out, and now they are starting new, they're starting over. They stop themselves from finding a new partner because of all the fear and worry that happened in their past relationships. So they're living in the past, which is taking them away from the present, and which could even, they could create a beautiful future together, but they're so worried about having that same relationship that either they never get one or they do continue to have that same repetitive relationship over and over and over, because they haven't built awareness around why they have the fears and why they have the worries. And so they just keep living in that fear, worry, anxiety, stress, and it doesn't add value. So you have to really sit down, build awareness. I think journaling about it is really valuable, because that can help you reflect and journaling, I think, is just powerful for so many reasons. So that's the first thing I want to share you. Identify the source of your fear and worry. Why does it come up for you? Where did it start? When I work with clients, we do a lot of work around limiting beliefs. And so I guide them through a guided visualization to help them build awareness. Like, when did this first start for you? And then we're able to let it go. So really getting clarity on, when did this first start? Why did you start having this fear and worry? And that awareness can help you start to release it. So the next thing is, I want you to challenge your negative thoughts. Something you've probably heard me say before is stories. We are always constantly creating stories in our mind, and they run our lives. Those stories run our lives. And that's really your negative thoughts. So it can be some of your negative thoughts. So you have to challenge those negative thoughts. You know, whether it's a negative thought about yourself or about somebody else or about a situation, challenge it. Why is that coming up for you? Why are you thinking in this negative way? And for me, when I hear those stories start to come up, I immediately say stop, and I start speaking positive affirmations. So, you know, first identifying that source, that builds awareness. And then challenging your negative thoughts means that you need to build awareness around your thoughts. And so you have to hear how you're speaking to yourself. You have to hear what you're saying about other people, about you, about situations, about your business. So you have to build that awareness so you can, once you hear it come up in your mind, you can stop it. And so that's something that I do, is I say stop and I start speaking positive affirmations, but you have to challenge your negative thoughts. Another way to do this is to prove to yourself all of your successes. So, you know, I think a lot of the fears that come up is that fear of failure. And so we have that fear of failure within our personal life and within our business. But if you can go and write down all the successes that you've had in your life, it will remind you how far you've come. It will help you to start letting go of those negative thoughts, because, oh my gosh, like, I'm so fearful of this failure. Well, look at all these successes I've had in my life. And then also remember that failure's feedback. It helps you learn and grow and become the best version of yourself. So the next thing is embrace uncertainty. This is huge. I think especially in business and relationships, you have to embrace the uncertainty. If you know what's going to happen, how exciting is that? But something that so many people live with is this illusion of control. We have this illusion that we can control how life turns out. We have this illusion of control that we can, you know, things are going to go this way or this way or this way. And at the end of the day, you don't have any control. So really choosing to start embracing the uncertainty, right? That's maybe that uncomfortable feeling in your gut, that like nervous, I might throw up feeling. But you have to start embracing uncertainty, because you don't know what's going to happen at the end of the day anyway. I think, you know, a lot of women, I work with a lot of women that are coaches or female entrepreneurs, and the things that scare them is getting on sales calls, because, you know, what if that person says no? What if that person doesn't like me? They create these stories in their mind instead of just going into a sales call, you know, thinking, you know, this might work and this might not. But they put so much pressure on themselves to sign that client or to get that client or to get that bid. And instead they just show up scared on the call or not confident because they have all this uncertainty. And so you have to embrace uncertainty. Like, you never know what's going to happen. And so hope for the best. And if it doesn't work out, then, you know, you're going to be okay. Okay. The last thing is surround yourself with support. So fear and worry. I think when I hosted that, 6-week class for these women back in 2020, they were surrounded by a support system. They were surrounded by other women that were going through. And then they also had a coach that could support them and talk them through whatever was coming up for them. And so that support system is powerful. So whether that support system is joining a coaching program, right? It's a group coaching program. So you're surrounded by other women. Maybe you join a group on Facebook. Maybe you join a group in your community, and, you know, having a support system, maybe women that have similar experience as you, it can be valuable. Even just being surrounded by another group of women where you can share where you're coming from and they can support you and cheer you on. A support system is huge. You know, my partner is a huge support in my life. My family's a huge support in my life. My in-laws are a huge support. My friends are a huge support. My clients are a huge support. And you have to really support yourself with a good system. Like, I am a coach that always has a coach, because they support me in overcoming my fears and my worries as I grow my business. And so you really need to support yourself with a really powerful support system. And so those people that are cheering you on, they're telling you can, they're not questioning what you're doing, they're not holding you back. Find those people, find those mentors, those advisors. the coaches, fellow, entrepreneurs or fellow high achieving women. And so, those are some actions that I wanted to share with you today to help you overcome the fear and worry that has maybe been stopping you in growing in your personal life or your professional life. And again, you have to identify the source of the fear and worry so you can let it go. You need to challenge your negative thoughts, stop them when they start. When those stories start, you need to stop them before they go crazy, before they run wild. Embrace uncertainty. You do not know what's going to happen. You do not have control. I think for me, I realized when I was diagnosed with breast cancer a couple years ago, I have no control. It didn't matter how healthy I was, how much I took care of myself. I didn't have control. And I thought I did. And the last thing was surround yourself with a support system. So I encourage you to take on these actions, to try them on and see if they start to add value to your life, if you are able to start letting go of your fear and worry. And, I'm here to support you. I am so stoked to share with you that I have 2 spots open for my one-on-one coaching program. So if you are serious about growth, if you are serious about letting go of your limiting beliefs, your fears, your worries, if you really want to step into your power and become the person you are meant to be, I encourage you to reach out to me. I have helped so many women grow in their personal life and in their professional life, and I would love to support you. So send me a DM right now with the word growth to find out how my coaching program can help you get from where you are to where you want to be. I appreciate you. I'm grateful for you. Thank you for being a part of my community, and I look forward to connecting soon.